Okay, in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to export your Final Cut to turn in as your homework. Now, assuming that you have your sequence your cut all done, it's to time, and you've reread the assignment sheet to make sure that it does fulfill the requirements, because this thing will be graded based on the rubric sheet. So, what I usually like to do is remove any in or out points on my timeline, and you can go Option I, Option O to remove any that might be there. And I'm parked on the first frame. Make sure that the timeline is selected. The last thing you click is this timeline. Then you go to File and you go to Export Media. Click on that and the export window will pop up. Export settings. So the first thing on the left side here, you have a little window. You can't play this in real time, but first thing I look at is the duration, 3018. It doesn't say something like 10 or 12 seconds. I'm going to grab the little blue thing, just drag it through, and you recognize that. Make sure there's no funny weird things, and it does go to black at the end. Okay, good. So, and the default here is the source range is sequence in throughout. Okay, so it does the whole thing. You can check this and you say an entire sequence, it'll be the same thing, but in this case, I'll go with that. Now, over here on the right side, the format I want you to have is H.264. Click on that, and if it's not that, it should be that. If there's any problems, email me. But let's assume everybody has H.264, and the preset says match source high bitrate. That's fine. Now, in my case, because I created the sequence and named it correctly, if yours still say untitled sequence, you click on this blue thing and it opens up, and make sure you change that. It will make a .mp4 file. Where do you want to save it? I'll just click on my desktop. I can find it easier that way. And I'm going to hit save. It's just saving the location and the name of the export. Now I want picture and sound. And now you have the summary. It says source, you have output and you have source. Looking at source first, the first series of numbers, the source says it's 1280 by 720, 1.0, 2997 FPS. Okay? Those are the most important elements. Then you go look, that's what we're starting with. You go to output, the number should be the same. 1280 to 720, 1.0, 2997. Okay? So what you have is what will come out. The source will result in this output. Can you change those? Yes, you can, but in this case, I don't want you to change it. I want it to be the same, assuming you start it correctly. Then at the bottom, you have queue, export, and cancel. Metadata queue, export, cancel. So we'll click on export. Since I've set it up, I got H.264, high bit rate. I got the name of the file correctly. I know the destination, which is my desktop, and the source matches the output. I will hit the export button. It's creating a new file right now. And when this window goes away, it's done. I will now hide my Premiere Pro, and on my desktop over here, I have my Honda Cut 1 Louis MP4. To check it, I double click on it, opens it up, hit play, and I should get picture and sound.
It's the most powerful custom on the planet. 6 cylinders, 6 carbs, 1520 cc's. Only one motorcycle in the world can cruise like this. The Valkyrie from Honda.
Okay, so I take the time, 30 seconds, to play from beginning to end, make sure it has picture and sound, and that none of the pictures are anything weird, missing, or things I didn't expect. So now I have my Honda Cut 1 Louis on my desktop. Here it is. Okay, so how do you get it to me? In the there's two ways. One is to use an online application. Either way, let's open up Google Chrome. And because you guys all have a Gmail account, I'm going to type in gmail.com. And I'm logged in already. So, whoops, there it is. It's logged in. And over here in the upper right is these little dots. You click on that and it opens up this thing. And you can click on your Google Drive. Okay, the drive. And what I want you to do is, this is one way to do it, is to upload that file into your Google Drive. You should have room. So under New, File Upload, I go to my desktop. I go Date Modify, make sure I have today, and there's my Honda Cut 1 Louis MP4. Open it, and it will upload it. It'll take less than a minute, and it'll bring it into your Google Drive. Once you have it in your Google Drive, you can share that with anybody if you set it up. So there, it's uploaded. It says it's uploaded. I can close this window, and I scroll down, and these are all my, oh wait, where am I? Yeah. And, okay, here it is. Alphabetical. I should check that first. Honda Cut 1 Louis MP4. And while it's selected, I right-click in this blue area, and I click on Share. Okay. And then what it can do is I'm going to add the person I want to share with, which is, you can put my name, Louis_Walt at smc.edu. And then over here it says editor. Yes, I know you're the editor, but they don't mean that. There's a viewer, commenter, or editor. What's the difference? Click on this little wheel up here, and it tells you the difference. Editors can change permissions and share. Viewers and commenters can see the portion to download, print, and copy. Okay, viewer is what I want. So go back to this, change the editor to viewer, and there's the cut. And you put a little message, and you can say, here is my Honda Cut 1 for DM Post 3. Let's say you're in the Tuesday class or the Thursday. Okay, so I know what class you're in, and that will help me download it and put in the right folder. So there's the cut. I hit send, and there it's done. Okay, so now if I check my email, SMC email, it should show up here, and here it is. The Honda Cut 1 Louis, and over here it is, and there's the note. Here's my Honda Cut 1 for DM Post Tuesday. I hit open, and this is coming from you, and I can either check it and play it, but usually what I will do is I'm going to download it. So the advantage of me downloading it is, one, that I have a hard copy of your cut. More importantly, that there is an email trail that shows that you did do it, and as long as I keep track of things, everything will be good. Okay. In the tutorial, if this is that's too many steps, what you can do also, and it's also through email, is you can type in wetransfer.com, which is wetransfer.com. And this is a free portal to send things, so I can add my file from my desktop. I can just click and drop it in here, and then you got to put, and you have up to 2 gigs of files. These are smaller than that, so email it to me, Louis_Walt at smc.edu. You got to put in your email. In my case, it's the same, since I'm saying it to myself. And this is Honda for, DM Post 3 Tuesday. Okay, and you may have to set up an account where they check your email and all that, but that only takes a few minutes. So there it is. Verify your email. Just one quick check to make sure you're really you. We've sent a verification to that, and then you got to put the code. Okay, fine. So it's a question of copy this code, go back to transfer, paste it, verify, and then it's going to transfer. Okay, so this is good for if you want to send things to anyone else. Also, it's pretty good, up to 2 gigs. It's free, and it'll be good for about, I think, 7 days or something like that, and then they clear it out. So the person who you send it to better download it within 7 days. Okay, in fact, there it says the download email has been sent. Your transfer is available for 7 days, and all that. So you can create a free account so you don't have to verify each time you do it. So there's another way of doing it. And here it is. It says your transfer details, expires in week sent to me. There it is. And there's the message. So I check my mail again. Here it is. File sent. And here's the recipient. I get my files. So again, the email trail protects you, protects me, saying, well, I didn't get the email or whatever. And you say, yes, I sent on a certain day. And I said, well, please send it again, whatever. Okay. So these are ways to do all your editing homework files. Okay. Gmail, share on the Gmail or use WeTransfer. Chances are I will respond within a day or 2. If I don't, that means if it gets to like 4 or 5 days, then you better send me an email saying, please check your email. And again, only use your school email, your @student.smcde.edu, because if you don't, it may end up into a spam folder and I will never see it, or it may be deleted. So the only way I accept your emails is if you use your student email to my SMC email. Okay? All right. That's how you export.